Failure is not your enemy. It is your best teacher. When you fail, you learn things that success cannot teach you. Success feels good, but it does not show you what went wrong. Failure shows you exactly where you made mistakes. Think about a child learning to walk. The child falls down many times. Each fall teaches a child something new. The child learns how to balance. The child learns how to move their legs. Without falling, the child would never learn to walk properly. The same thing happens in your life. When you fail at something, your brain starts to work harder. It looks for better ways to do things. It finds new solutions. This makes you smarter and stronger. Many successful people failed many times before they succeeded. They did not give up. They used their failures as lessons. Each failure made them better at what they do. When you fail, do not feel sad or angry. Instead, ask yourself these questions. What went wrong? What can I do better next time? How can I improve? These questions will help you grow. Failure also makes you humble. It reminds you that you are human. It shows you that everyone makes mistakes. This helps you understand other people better. It makes you kinder and more patient. Remember, failure is not the end of your story. It is just the beginning of a better chapter. Every failure brings you one step closer to success. So, welcome failure as your teacher, not your enemy. When you face failure, you become stronger inside. Just like your muscles grow when you lift heavy weights, your mind grows when you face hard times. Failure is like exercise for your spirit. Think about a tree in a storm. The wind pushes the tree very hard. The tree bends, but it does not break. After the storm, the tree's roots grow deeper. The tree becomes stronger than before. You are like that tree. Failure is your storm. When everything goes well in your life, you do not need to be strong. You just follow the easy path. But when you fail, you must find inner strength. You must keep going even when things are hard. This builds character inside you. Failure teaches you that you can survive difficult times. The first time you fail, it feels terrible. You think you cannot handle it, but you do handle it. You keep living. You keep trying. This shows you that you are stronger than you thought. Each time you face failure and keep going, you build confidence. You know that no matter what happens, you can deal with it. This confidence helps you take bigger risks. It helps you try new things without being too scared. Strong people are not people who never fail. Strong people are people who fail and get back up. They use their pain to build power. They use their mistakes to make themselves better. When you fail next time, remember that you are becoming stronger. Your failure today is building your strength for tomorrow. Character is who you are when nobody is watching. It is how you act when things go wrong. Failure is one of the best ways to build good character. It shows you what kind of person you really are. When you succeed, it is easy to be nice and positive. When you fail, it is harder. But this is when your true character comes out. Do you blame other people? Do you give up? Or Do you take responsibility and keep trying? Failure teaches you to be honest with yourself. You cannot lie about what went wrong. You must look at your mistakes clearly. This honesty helps you become a better person. It helps you see your weak points and work on them. Many people have never failed at anything big. These people often do not understand pain or struggle. They cannot help others who are suffering. But people who have failed understand pain. They can help others because they know how it feels. Failure also teaches you patience. Success often happens fast, but learning from failure takes time. You must be patient with yourself. You must keep working even when you do not see results right away. When you fail and choose to keep going, you build determination. Determination means you never give up. This is a very important part of good character. People with determination achieve great things in life. Character is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Failure gives you many chances to exercise your character. Each time you respond well to failure, your character grows stronger. When you fail, you discover that your old way of doing things does not work. This forces you to think of new ways. Often, these new ways are much better than your original plan. Failure pushes you to be creative and innovative. Think about famous inventions. Many were created by accident or after many failures. The light bulb was invented after thousands of failed attempts. Each failure showed the inventor what did not work. Finally, he found the way that did work. When your first plan fails, your brain starts looking for alternatives. It explores ideas you never thought of before. This is how you grow and improve. Without failure, you might stick with okay methods instead of finding excellent ones. Failure also makes you more flexible. Flexible people can change when they need to. They do not get stuck doing things the same old way. They adapt to new situations. This flexibility helps them succeed in many different areas of life. Sometimes the way you fail shows you a completely different path. Maybe you want to be a doctor, but you failed medical school. This failure might lead you to become a great teacher or artist instead. The failure redirected you to your true calling. Many business owners will tell you that their biggest failures led to their best ideas. The failure taught them what customers really wanted. It showed them gaps in the market. It gave them the knowledge they needed to build better products. So when you fail, do not just try the same thing again. Look for better ways. Use your failure as a map to success. When you fail, you learn what is truly important in your life. Success can make you focus on things that do not really matter. But failure strips away everything that is not essential. It shows you what you really care about. Think about someone who loses their job. At first, this feels like a terrible failure. But then they realize they have more time with their family. They discover that relationships matter more than money. The failure taught them about their real priorities. Failure also shows you who your true friends are. When you are successful, many people want to be around you. But when you fail, only real friends stay with you. These friends support you during hard times. They help you get back on your feet. Many people chase things like fame, money, or status. These things feel very important when you have them, but when you fail and lose them, you often discover they were not that important after all. You find that simple things like health, family, and peace matter more. Failure can also help you find your true passion. Sometimes you fail because you were doing something you did not really love. The failure forces you to think about what you actually want to do with your life. It gives you a chance to start over with something better. When everything is going well, you do not think deeply about life, but failure makes you reflect. It makes you ask important questions about what you want and why you want it. This clarity about what matters is a precious gift that only failure can give you. Success without failure is like a house without a foundation. It looks good, but it will not last long. Failure gives you the strong foundation you need for lasting success. It prepares you in ways that easy wins cannot. When you fail, you learn problem-solving skills. You figure out how to handle difficult situations. You develop mental toughness. These skills are exactly what you need when you become successful. They help you deal with the challenges that come with success. Failure also teaches you to appreciate success when it comes. People who have never failed often take success for granted. They do not realize how precious it is. But people who have failed understand the value of winning. They celebrate their victories and work hard to keep them. Think about athletes who train for the Olympics. They fail many times during training. They lose races. They make mistakes. But each failure teaches them something. When they finally win, they are ready. The failures prepare them for the pressure of competition. Failure gives you experience with pressure and stress. When you succeed later, these same pressures will not scare you. You will know how to handle them because failure taught you how to stay calm under pressure. Many successful business leaders say their early failures were the most important part of their education. The failures taught them about markets, customers, and management. Without those failures, they would not have been ready for big success. So do not see failure as the opposite of success. See it as preparation for success. Pride can be dangerous. When you succeed all the time, you might start thinking you are better than other people. You might believe you can never make mistakes. This pride can lead to bigger failures later. But regular small failures keep you humble and realistic. Humble people are easier to work with. They listen to advice from others. They admit when they do not know something. They ask for help when they need it. These qualities make them better leaders and team members. Failure reminds you that you are human. Humans make mistakes. This is normal and natural. When you accept this truth, you become more understanding of other people's mistakes too. You become more forgiving and patient. Think about a student who always gets perfect grades. This student might become proud and think they are smarter than everyone else. But if this student fails one test, they learn that they are not perfect. This humility helps them study harder and treat classmates with more respect. Humble people keep learning throughout their lives. They know they do not know everything. Proud people often stop learning because they think they already know enough. This is why humble people often achieve more in the long run. Failure also teaches you to celebrate other people's successes. When you have experienced failure yourself, you understand how hard success can be. You feel happy when others succeed because you know they probably failed many times before winning. Humility makes you a better person. It makes people want to help you and work with you. Failure is one of the best teachers of humility. Resilience means bouncing back after something bad happens. It is like a rubber ball that bounces back when you drop it. Failure is the best way to develop this important skill. Each time you fail and recover, you become more resilient. Life will always have ups and downs. Everyone faces problems, losses, and disappointments. People with strong resilience handle these challenges better. They do not stay down for long. They get back up and keep moving forward. When you fail for the first time, it feels overwhelming. You might think you will never recover, but you do recover. The second time you fail, it still hurts, but you know you can handle it. Each failure makes you more confident in your ability to bounce back. Resilient people see failure differently. They do not see it as the end of the world. They see it as a temporary setback. They know that failure is part of life, not a judgment on their worth as a person. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. You fall down many times, but each time you fall, you get back on the bike. Eventually, you learn to balance and ride without falling. The falls taught you resilience. They showed you that falling down does not mean giving up. Resilience also helps you take healthy risks. When you know you can handle failure, you are more willing to try new things. You are not paralyzed by fear of failing because you know you can recover. Building resilience through failure is like building immunity through small exposures to germs. It makes you stronger for future challenges. Sometimes you do not know how strong or capable you are until you face failure. Failure pushes you to your limits. It forces you to use abilities you did not know you had. It reveals potential that was hidden inside you. When everything goes smoothly, you use only a small part of your abilities. You coast along using your basic skills. But when you fail, you must dig deeper. You must find new strengths and talents to overcome the challenge. Think about a person who loses their job. At first, this feels like a disaster. But then they might discover they are good at starting their own business. Or they might find a talent for teaching or writing. The failure forced them to explore new parts of themselves. Failure also shows you how much you can endure. You might think you are weak, but when you face real failure and keep going, you discover inner strength you never knew existed. You realize you are tougher than you thought. Many great achievements come from people who were pushed to their limits by failure. They had to become better versions of themselves to overcome their challenges. The failure was like a key that unlocked their hidden potential. Your comfort zone is where your current abilities live. but your potential lives outside your comfort zone. Failure pushes you out of your comfort zone. It forces you to grow and discover what you are really capable of achieving. When you fail, do not just focus on what went wrong. Also look at how you responded. Notice the strength, creativity, and determination you showed. This is your true potential showing itself. When you work hard for something and finally achieve it, the success feels amazing. But when you fail many times before succeeding, the success feels even better. Failure makes you appreciate success in a deeper way. Think about climbing a mountain. If someone carried you to the top, you would see the view, but it would not feel special. But if you climbed every step yourself, fell down many times, and kept going, reaching the top would feel incredible. The struggle makes the achievement meaningful. People who succeed easily often do not enjoy their success for long. They take it for granted. But people who fail before succeeding treasure their achievements. They know how hard it was to get there. They celebrate more and appreciate more. Failure also makes your success story more inspiring to others. When people hear that you succeeded after many failures, they feel motivated. Your story gives them hope. It shows them that failure does not mean the end. The skills you learn from failure make your success more solid. You know how to handle problems because failure taught you. You know how to work hard because failure required it. Your success is built on a strong foundation of experience. When you finally succeed after failing, you also prove something important to yourself. You prove that you do not give up. You prove that you can overcome obstacles. This knowledge gives you confidence for future challenges. So do not rush to avoid failure on your way to success. Let failure be part of your journey. It will make your final success much sweeter and more meaningful.